Duffy feet off the line of scrimmage, and then it's Nico Collins. Just Nico Collins. So a big play to the. You want to put the heavy. Well, it's just coincidence. In football nation, it was also something on the greens. Well, I got this friend that said he used to be on T-Mobile, but their network kind of sucked. His words. Well, I think
Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls, bouncing donkey balls. Your coach is a clown. Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls, while I'm out here stacking paper on my grind, breaking walls, flexing with my crew. Yeah, we never take a fall. Thug life, living right, while you bitches just stall. I'm the king of the block, got my hustle on lock. You be chasing all that hype, but your game's a cheap knock. My hustle's on the rise, your dream's looking like a flop. Talking big, you just a little fish, the shark's about to chop. Your team is sucked, yeah, they ain't got no balls, while I'm out here falling, breaking down your walls. Big old hairy donkey balls, you know I stand tall. Talking tough, but you're soft like a kitten in the halls. In the streets I roam deep, got my pride like a beast. You a feast for my rhymes, I'm a savage, not the least. Rolling with my nig, and we feast like a feast. I'm the lion in the jungle while you're just a little niece. You want the smoke, step to me, I'll put you on blast. Your whole squad's looking weak, like a joke, not a cast. I'm the real deal, baby, you just stuck in the past. While I'm flexing on the daily, always moving so fast. Your team is sucked, yeah, they ain't got no balls, while I'm out here falling, breaking down your walls. Big old hairy donkey balls, you know I stand tall. Talking tough, but you're soft like a kitten in the halls. Ain't no game that you can play when I'm spitting this heat. I'm the one who runs the street, you just follow my feet. Confidence on blast, you can't handle my fleet. While you sucking donkey balls, I'm the king of this beat.
Ain't that complicated? I'm sipping the wine, riding this train to glory, got my cash on my mind, all the way to hell and back. We don't play, we attack. Fuck 'em all, your team sucks balls, stay out of my track. Ain't nobody dissing me and walking away unscathed, smacking off the podcast, we ain't afraid. Rolling in these streets like a king, reaching for the paper until the final bell rings. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Light away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. for regrets. Dodging all the hate, no time for your threats. I'm clocking my mileage, trunk full of ambition. Every bar I spit, man, it's a street composition. Run the blocks like a boss, never take a loss. All these fuckers in my rear view paying the cost with me, crew. Yeah, we ride or we die. Got the city on my back, watch the haters comply. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Right away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. We ain't slipping. Hell no, we ain't. Every step I'm pimping. Hell yeah, we say we creep. Podcast spitting fire while these poles are just glare. We the lions of this jungle, so you better beware. So you better beware. Like a goddamn movie, I'm the star of the show. I'm full of ambition, let my true colors glow. I'm gripping on the path and I'm killing the scene. Ain't no stopping this train, just follow the dream. Fuck them all, I'm the realest, see the truth in my eyes. While you motherfuckers fumble, I'm the one that will rise. So bring your best game, but I'm calling you bluff. Cause when it's all said and done, man, you ain't that motherfucker. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Get away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher.
We don't have enough doors for all of the losers. Here's some of those we missed. Lincoln Riley, your bullshit's getting
Wonky, but the right thing happened at the end of the day, though.
We don't have enough doors for all of the losers. Here's some of those we missed. Lincoln Riley, your bullshit's getting old. We ain't sold on you. Maybe next week, boy. Hell yeah, we ain't got the time. Josh High Pull, what a joke, you Bobby Hill looking motherfucker, you. We ain't got no more time for you fools. Hell yeah, we ain't got the time. Mark Stoops, your team is poop. How you still got a job? Kentucky must be fools. Hell yeah, we ain't got the time. Double sweaty, you fucking weenie. Can't you even win a game at home? I'm sure you won't get fired though, but we ain't got no more time for you. Hell yeah, we ain't got the time.
I'm the king of this shit, yeah, I'm built to last. Bitches trying to front, but they don't got the craft. Rolling with my crew, we move quick like a flash. Living that street life, making money, making cash. I hate your team, they weak, they just wanna crash. But I'm balling on a level, yo, I'm sipping on that sass. Smacking off the podcast, don't step to me. Talking all that noise, but you're just a parody. Fuck your mama, know you hate my clarity. We live in thug life, that's the reality. I'm the voice of the streets, I'm the absolute truth. Got these fuckers shook, they just playing the sleuth. You claiming that you tough, but where's your proof? I'm flexing all these wannabes, I'm the living proof. Hard street living, always rolling deep. In the shadows making moves, never lose my sleep. My rhymes hit hard like a punch from the street. So fuck with me, you know you can't compete. Stacking off the podcast, don't step to me. Talking all that noise, but you're just a parody. Fuck your mama, you know I did. We live in thug life, that ain't no shit. Smack, smack, yeah, we making waves. Cast hitting hard like we digging graves. Got that fire in my soul, feel the heat that raves. In this life, boy, you either thug or just slaves. With my crew by my side, we rise up like kings. Life's a game of chess and I'm pulling the strings. Got the world on my back, but I'm counting these blings. Motherfuck your team, they don't know where to sing. I'm the real deal, no imitation. Spitting raw truth, no hesitation. Built from the struggle, pure determination. Smacking off the podcast, my revelation. Smacking off the podcast, don't you step to me. Talking all that noise, but you're just a parody. Fuck your mama, know you hate my clarity. We live in thug life, that's the reality. I'm the voice of the streets, I'm the absolute truth. Got these fuckers shook, they just playing the sleuth. You claiming that you tough, but where's your proof? I'm flexing on these wannabes, I'm the living proof. Hard street living, always rolling deep. In the shadows making moves, never lose my sleep. My rhymes hit hard like a punch from the street. So with me, you know you can't compete. Smacking off the podcast, don't you step to me. Talking all that noise, but you're just a fucking freak. Fuck your mama, you know we all did. We live in thug life, that ain't no shit.
What you daddy don't like, you don't. I'll be you back immortal. The sun's back alive. What you white, like the gun, one together. We know, don't do, we know. We know, don't do, we know. What you do.
Smacking off the pocket, yeah, we making waves. Cast hitting hard like we digging graves. Got that fire in my soul, feel the heat that raves. In this life, boy, you either thug or just slaves. With my crew by my side, we rise up like kings. Life's a game of chess and I'm pulling the strings. Got the world on my back while I'm counting these blings. Motherfuck your team, they don't know where to sing. I'm the real deal, no imitation. Spitting raw truth, no hesitation. Built from the struggle, pure determination. Smacking off the podcast, my revelation. Smacking off the podcast, don't you step to me. Talking all that.
On Christmas Day we singing, I'm breaking out, no screaming. Got my cash in hand, we storming. Jingle bells, I'm hearing them roaring. Merry Christmas, all you mofos, I'm your holiday broker. Oh, what fun it is to watch y'all stumble. Y'all sucking fuzzy, y'all sucking hard. Silence when I step, you know the vibe. Bitches quaking like they caught a homicide. Christmas time with Santa's mob, giving ass whoopings, that's my fucking job.
Your team sucks like a thick fucking shake. We're out here calling it like a man with a stake, cracking skulls like candy canes. You know my skills remain. Watch me rain. Hoes know I'm the man. Gifts I give, you take with a smile on the street life hustle. We've ruled it for miles. Watch hard how I do it. Respects what I'm collecting. Your team is weak, brother, just second guessing. Silence when I step, you know the vibe. Bitches quaking like they caught a homicide. Christmas time, it's Santa's job, giving ass whoopings and laying down the law. Hard life, but we showing on time. With the thugs and the bangers, we don't fall behind. Jingle bells jingling, but y'all hear nothing when we roll through your hood. we bringing that fucking. You thought you could hide, nope, nope. But I'm the one bringing all the real dope and the hope. Christmas cheer, yeah, it's not a facade. I'm the Santa of the streets, bringing smack to your heart. Watch your back, cause I'm coming down your chimney. Your team's kinda sucky and I'm punching on your chinny. So take your L's, put them under the tree. In this winter wonderland, only thugs run free. Silence when I step, you know the vibe. Bitches quaking like they caught a homicide. Christmas time, we riding that sleigh, giving ass whoopings, that's our team to say. Merry fucking Christmas Day.
The way we played against Southern Cal and Ohio State, I think we walk out of there with a victory.
Mario's capable of fucking it up somehow.
We have to be on game day. You know what that's going to be like.
No.
You know, play.
Damn you, Ed.
So I like that graphic. I look like Dr. Demento. I like that. I like Dr.
Yeah, you noticed that too, didn't you?
You're a dead man walking toward the unemployment line.
You ain't nothing but a punk bitch. Fuck you and every goddamn thing you stand for.
Smacking off the punk.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Smacking Off the Podcast. So we got a special edition this week, Doug. We have a national championship 12-team playoff discussion, my man.
We do, and there's angry people, and I mean, I'm looking at this, and I think that there could be improvements. If we're gonna expand this shit, let's get all the bylaws and all that shit set straight. And I know we're not all gonna agree on this, but you know, this teams that haven't played a decent schedule coming in, 2 of them, and knocking out teams that probably deserve to be there, and definitely.
That's the stupid rule they made, though.
You know, Notre Dame, I believe Notre Dame could have won it all. I really think that they had gotten that good. They did blow it, and it's very Marcus Freeman-like to blow those early games like that. And it definitely cost them. But with 12 spots, this team should have been in there.
Well, that the committee really screwed it up by having Notre Dame ahead of Miami all year long when Miami never had more losses than Notre Dame, and then to say, well, they're not even comparable, and then to switch them on Selection Sunday, that was just a high level of incompetence all the way around.
Now, if you ask me, Vanderbilt had a better resume than Notre Dame. As far as who they lost to, I mean, the wins after the teams that Notre Dame lost to, of course, they had at least one big win, but the rest of the teams on their schedule weren't that good.
I think USC is pretty good.
Yeah, USC is pretty good. That's probably is that the best team they beat?
Not on the road.
Yeah, that was in South Bend.
But you know, Doug, this is what makes this interesting. and this is why our show is necessary. It's not just important and special and people enjoy it, but it's necessary. Here's why. So you and I have watched a lot of college football, and so is it. We've watched a lot of college football. I'd be guessing there's around 120 years of college football watching between the three of us. You guys think I'm wrong?
No.
Yeah, because I account for 56 of them.
Oh, there you go. Well, so I've been watching this since I remember the exact year I started watching college football was 1971. So anyway, which I was to just get ready to turn 5 years old, but I remember it. And
I was born that year, but I didn't watch any that year. I think it was 72 for me. I'm just
72
kidding.
for you, but the whole point of
it was much later.
But even if it was 80s, 1980, when you got interested in college football, that's a long time. You've seen a lot of changes, Doug.
No. I didn't. It was 86.
86. That's still that's a lot of changes.
The Michigan Ohio State game in '69 is my oldest memory.
Oh, the O.J. Simpson Rose Bowl is my oldest college football memory.
Well, those UCLA games in the Coliseum, when both teams wore their home uniforms back in the day, those were some good games.
Those are good games. But the point of all this that I've been ranting on about, everybody, is that there's always been there's always been controversy in college football. Whether it's how you got your championship, whether you was voted the champion, a committee allowed you to get into a 2-team playoff, a committee allowed you to get into a 4-team playoff, there's always controversy, right? So there is. And the next step is to be 16 teams, right? So now
Heather Dinich was pretty clear. She really thinks it's going to be 24, which would be eight buys and then 16 teams playing and then 16 left.
So I want to fill y'all out on this, and I don't know if y'all watch Gruden talk about this. So yesterday we had conference championship games, and then we had teams sitting at home that was wanting to get in. Notre Dame was one of them. What if Notre Dame and Miami would have rematched yesterday?
Yeah,
at neutral site, or at Miami or whatever.
What about Vanderbilt versus Miami?
There needs to be play-in games. Gateway. You've already got a gateway. You've already kind of got a gateway with the conference championship games, and as you can see with the ACC, you could have a conference championship game that nobody gets in, and that's
so
fine.
What's that? No, you could have 4 more teams easily, Doug, and then have those 4 teams play 2 play-in games.
See, we could have had a lot of these crap games could have happened yesterday, and then we would have had the best 12 teams. And if Tulane was in a conference championship game. We could.
But Tulane and JMU would have been a good play-in.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah, that would have been a good
much more valuable than their conference championship games.
And we all would have watched.
Absolutely, and
but having Oregon go against, having Oregon playing against James Madison as a playoff game, that's bullshit. I mean, it's an easy walking game for Oregon. There's no competition there.
I have a question. Who the fuck is interested in Ole Miss rematching with Tulane?
I'm gonna watch.
What was that? 45-10.
I think
you're gonna watch for a little while, Ed, but you're gonna turn that shit off.
No, I'm not. I think it's gonna be a better game than the first one. Still picking on.
Yes, it's going to be more compelling because Lane's gone. Even if it's not a better game, it'll be more compelling because then we'll say, well, he wasn't all that great. This guy can coach that team to victory.
So I'm going to pull this up and let's look at this graphic here because I think that this could be done better. Okay, so we've got 2 rematches here. We've got Alabama and Oklahoma. As an Alabama fan, I'm ecstatic about that because I think Alabama can beat Oklahoma. I definitely didn't want to draw the Texas A&M straw, although I do think that Bama could beat Texas A&M if they play like they were playing, 5 weeks ago. Who knows? They don't really have time to maybe if they get Jim Miller back and they can run a little bit. But still, who the fuck wants to watch Alabama Oklahoma again?
I think that's going to be a good game.
I mean, it could be, but you force that shit to go in the later rounds, in case both teams happen to pull that, go into the later rounds. I mean, it could be a good game, but this could have been shuffled up. Here's the thing: we probably need to don't worry so much about the seeding at this point. Go ahead, don't fucking do these rematches if you can get around them. This could have been shuffled up. You could have had, let's say, Miami and Ole Miss. You could have had better games, and then after these games, then you could have actually reseeded.
I agree. You could have did that, but then,
you can do that, and that would be so interesting. And you would have then you would have 2 selection shows instead of 1, and it would have been very interesting.
The only thing it does is it hurts a team like Indiana that feels like they earned their position the way it is by playing in the regular season.
Yeah, but Indiana wouldn't have been part of it. They would have been sitting
no matter what they would have been in.
They would have been they would have been sitting with a bye. And we see what conference championship games mean. Okay, so and my wife asked me this earlier. So Ohio State lost to Indiana and they're still in the top 4 with a bye. And I was like, yeah, because they're clearly a top 4 team.
Yes, I agree with that.
It doesn't mean anything.
That's only one loss.
Right, exactly.
I still believe they're number 2, and it gives Indiana a chance to be number 1.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing important about that game. It was a historical game, though, guys. That Indiana not only beat Ohio State for the first time since 1988, but beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship and became the number 1 team. I mean, the gravity of this must not be sinking in for anybody. Let's just repeat this, right? And imagine it was 10 years ago.
That's historical.
Yeah, Indiana beat Ohio State for the first time in 27 years or 17 years.
37.
37 years. 37 years. And then won while winning the Big Ten championship and are now the number 1 team.
Yeah,
it's just mind-blowing.
From a basketball school to a football school.
I mean, they're one of the 3 worst college football programs of all time as far as the power schools go. That's them, Kentucky, and Vanderbilt. Those are the 3 worst teams in history, and 2 of them made a splash this year. So, just the whole landscape is changing.
Well, we got NIL and transfer portal to thank for that.
So that's another thing.
Hell, screaming hell about it. Hallelujah.
So
now, Bruce, how do we get the transfer portal and the coaching hire week moved to after the playoffs?
Oh, I would love to see that happen.
I think that's going to have to happen.
It has to happen. Yeah, exactly, Ed. Because it's just such a detrimental thing to have that. And then coaches are coming in, they're going out. You got kids who are just waiting for the coaches to make their move. So it has to happen. But the authorities seem to be scared, hesitant. In fact, actually the signing should be in the summer and in the fall, or in January, February. In fact, it should be in February.
So I'd say February and June, May or June. Shouldn't that be the signing days?
It sounds reasonable. I would. Well, you could do June to February.
There you go. So it just changes the landscape of recruitment.
It would be most reasonable.
Yeah. So, all righty, Doug. What do you think about that? What would you do can it get moved?
Can what get moved?
The time that
the portal window.
Portal window.
The portal, but the signing.
Yeah, I mean, I think they can do anything they want. I mean, it can be done anyway.
It needs to be done. That's the biggest change that college football needs. It needs that way more than it needs a bigger playoff, right?
So
But we'll
I have to say that I applauded Georgia this week, suing the former player who moved on for NIL money. I knew that was going to happen, and it needed to happen. There's two sides to this, and they both need to be looked at. These
I
teams are
agree.
pouring all this money in, and then somebody hauls ass like a year later and takes all the fucking money with them. And you know, there needs to be contracts or something. I don't know. There needs to be something. And if a player hauls ass and they get NIL money from somebody associated with that university, it needs to be paid back or something.
There is
Some of it.
evidently there are contracts associated with this particular case. And they, according to Tennessee, there are contracts, and those contracts were violated.
Hold on, Tennessee? No, I'm talking about Georgia. Georgia's the newest one.
Oh, okay. In the Tennessee lawsuit, there was a contract, and Tennessee says it's violated because Georgia's not the only one. But I did read something about the Georgia one, and I'd like to see a whole lot of that going on because I think it's unfair. You're going to milk your school for all that money, and then you're going to bail on them. I mean, that's rude.
Yeah, it's not rude. It's not financially feasible for.
It's breach of contract.
Absolutely.
Well,
Edward's our legal advisor.
Yes.
Well, I thought they had renegotiated all those contracts coming into the next year. These kids who are coming in there this year, the year 26, are going to be signed to a different contract because now they're going to be held somewhat liable to the school for whatever they do and wherever they go. If they leave, they might have to pay out.
Yeah, I think some people are just sometimes they're just getting so much money that it's not really for one season. It's just with the expectation that they're going to stay longer than that. I don't know. There's got to be guidelines.
And that's what the whole purpose it was.
There's talk now that Underwood wants to renegotiate.
Good.
Okay,
so he's going to hold out for more money?
Yeah, but I don't think he earned a raise.
Oh.
You know,
so they're
people
playing for
the whole purpose of NIL was to keep those athletes there more than 3 years or 2.5 years, and then leaving and bailing and going to the NFL. They were losing athletes too quickly. So they thought, well, we'll come up with this because the black kids were leaving because they wanted the money. Show me the money.
So let me say this. This is a whole nother episode, and we're gonna have off season coming up, and we can definitely dive back into this. But let me talk for a minute, and I want to get everybody's opinion on this. James Madison, they had a great year. If you look at their schedule compared to Notre Dame's, it's not close. Tulane, the only decent team they played, Ole Miss, just beat them like a fucking drum. I mean, I get it. The group of 5 teams that's exciting. They come in, it's a Cinderella situation. What happens if one of them wins it all remains to be seen if that actually ever happens. But at the same time, I think these teams need to be at least in the top 15 to make a 12-team playoff. And
I'd agree with that.
You're pulling them out.
You would make it the excuse to have a 16 expanded field.
You know, it's not that big of a deal. So here's the deal. You've got all these major the ACC doesn't play but 8 conference games, right?
Yeah.
But everybody else plays 9.
Correct.
Well, the ACC will probably still be booking
next
firm.
Year they do.
Who does?
The SEC. They didn't do it.
The SEC, but the ACC has not gone to 9 yet, right?
Right.
Yeah, but they're arguably not even a fucking power conference. I mean, it's getting that way.
I think they beat each other up.
Championship game last night.
Well,
true.
I don't know.
That's true.
how does a team like Duke
Virginia
get into your
and
conference
Duke is
championship?
that a true champ? Is 7-5 against a 10-2 team?
I mean, it's a true champ, but it don't mean anything. Not enough to get into the playoffs. And
Yeah. Neither team got in, correct?
No. But so what I'm saying here is these group of 5 teams, if they have that ambition, they want to get in these playoffs and they want to have a chance to win all this shit. They want to play with the big boys. They need to be scheduling more big boy programs. And I get it. It's not always been easy to do that, but right now is prime time because all of the power conferences, except for the ACC, and they'll probably follow along soon, are going 9-game conference schedule. They're not going to be booking Mercer, these little programs anymore. These teams that are not even, what do you even call it now? It used to be Division 1A.
Double A team.
Yeah, now it's the F. Sorry,
but Doug, in a roundabout way, what's happening right now with James Madison and Tulane is that scenario.
Yeah, but they haven't played anybody. And they're going to get rolled. And they're going to get rolled. I guarantee you, they're going to get rolled.
Oh, hell yeah!
Well, there will be a time, and I'm not saying it is this year, where one of those teams will pull an upset.
Yeah, eventually. But I mean, you keep doing something enough times, that will happen. Yes, but I mean, we're talking about Notre Dame. I think I applaud Notre Dame for foregoing the bowl games because they're y'all not going to use our fucking name to make some money on some shitty bowl games. Because how many teams are opting out of bowl games this year?
I think there's like 6 or 7, but that may not be the final number.
Yeah, it could be higher than that. The thing is, these bowl games are not big money makers anymore. These programs are losing money. Now, Notre Dame wouldn't have lost money. Notre Dame would have been that place where, I mean, I think Notre Dame was they were going to play BYU, right?
Yeah, I think yes, they were going to play BYU. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That would have been a big bowl game, probably the biggest of the bowl games. But Notre Dame said, fuck that. You're not going to make money off of us in these shitty bowl games if you can't get us into a fucking 12-team playoff with James Madison and Tulane in the fucking mix.
I mean, the Huskies are going to go play Boise in the LA Bowl at SoFi. To me,
that's a decent game, though.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at it, yeah, because there's some historical things behind it. But is it anything to write home to mama about? No, it's not. To me, there again, we have too many bowl games, but that's a whole nother topic.
That coincides with the now epidemic of gambling.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm fixing to pull in Jason Marks. He phoned this in, and he's got some thoughts, and we're going to let this run. It's 4 minutes, and after that, we'll discuss what he talks about.
Awesome.
My, had the tables turned when it came to the college football playoff final rankings, where Alabama and Miami were in, and Notre Dame all of a sudden was left out of the cold. Did the committee just lead Notre Dame on like they were the 18-year-old kid visiting the strip club for the very first time? I think that that's the case, and that's a fault of theirs because they had no justification whatsoever to rank Notre Dame as high as they did. Now, if there is someone who will make the argument for Notre Dame to be in the college football playoff, I'm your guy. If there's anyone that can make the argument for Alabama to not be in the college football playoff, I'm your guy in that case too. But here's the thing. If the argument is there for them to be in, I'm not shy of telling you. If there's the argument for them to be out, I will give it to you, and then I will give them the opportunity to counter that, in which most cases they can't. Just like Alabama in 2022, Notre Dame was 0-2 against the top 10 opponents this season. They lost to Texas A&M. They lost to Miami. And Miami is in because of their head-to-head difference. Alabama is in because they actually do have a top 10 win, and it is over Georgia, the same team that kicked their ass in Atlanta. But Alabama has that win. And also, you look at Notre Dame's best wins, USC, Pitt, Boise State. It's not moving the meter like Georgia and Vanderbilt does. And as for Vanderbilt, Diego Pavia can scream to the rooftops of how Vanderbilt should be in the playoff over Alabama. But guess what? How'd you do in Tuscaloosa? When you were practicing that knee, taking that knee for the win, were you actually able to do it in the game? No, you didn't. And for BYU, everybody's like, well, BYU got screwed. No, they didn't. It was the same scenario. BYU needed a win over Texas Tech to justify being in the college football playoff. And guess what? They had 2 opportunities to do it, and they came up short grossly every time. So while we're trying to manufacture a controversy and a crisis out of this, there's no controversy to this. The first thing that you need to do is to stop fucking listening to Hunter Yurachek or the mouthpiece of the college football committee, because all they're doing is talking out of their ass for self-preservation to justify what they are doing. I haven't even watched the college football playoff rankings show after the rankings were revealed until these last 2 weeks, because you know why? Everything else they're going to say is not going to matter when everything is settled out in the end. And everything's settled out in the end. And the committee, even though they look kind of foolish doing it, they wound up doing the right thing by putting Miami and Alabama in the playoff and leaving Notre Dame out. And you could say, well, JMU and Tulane are in, 2 group of 5 teams are in, and they are not going to stand a chance. I get that, but you know what? Part of the rules, the best 5 ranked conference champions. And guess what? Virginia had their chance. They fumbled. They threw the pick, literally, against Duke. Congratulations to Duke on their New Year's Six Bowl, but that's it. That's how JMU got in. And I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it whatsoever. It's going by the rules, which I do believe are fair. So you could try to manufacture a crisis. You can hem and haw about it. But in the end, the committee got it right.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I totally disagree with him. I mean, if you're going by the rules and you're saying the rules is what they are and you can't do anything about that, then sure, he's right. But no, that's not the way this fucking works. This is a money game too. No. We don't need 2 teams in here that are going to get fucking rolled just to say that, yeah, we let 2 little teams in. No, it don't work like that. These little teams should have been in the top 15. They're not. Neither one of these teams. I mean, I actually seen a Tulane team one time that beat a decent team and was undefeated at the regular end of the regular season. This one, not one of them.
Well, that was 30 years ago.
It was.
Maybe.
Well, it wasn't. It was 98, I believe.
I was going to say the last time a double-A team was in the top 15 that I remember was Marshall in 98. If the qualification...
We know these teams have existed. It's not going to happen all the time. This year, it did not happen. Neither one of these teams should have been in this fucking playoff. They shouldn't have. Yeah, seriously, you take both of these teams out, and you've got Vanderbilt and Notre Dame. How much more exciting of a playoff do we have with Vanderbilt and Notre Dame in this motherfucker?
I'd agree with that, but the format if they let one of them in, then since one of them, let's see, Tulane is 11, so they should have let Tulane in and not the other. Then they could have had one of those 2 teams in. And Notre Dame is exciting for the playoffs, guys. It's just adds to the hype of it, the mystique of it. But Vanderbilt, either way they went, they could have went wrong. But if they had both of them in, to your point, Doug, it would have been fantastic, especially if they played each other.
I'm going to throw a hypothetical out. What if Alabama and Georgia meet up again?
If Alabama's lucky enough to get that far, they better have a fucking running game. As a Bama fan, that's what I have to say.
But seriously, it could happen.
I mean, it could.
Bama's
going to have to play a lot better football than we've been seeing in the last month to make that happen. But yeah, I mean, I mean, any team that's in here, I guess it's possible that Tulane and Georgia meet for the national championship. And if they do, it's going to be glorious. We're going to be like, what the fuck?
Well,
Especially
we'll
if they
see
fucking
where the
win.
talent rises, because it all comes down to talent. Does James Madison has the talent to take Oregon out?
No.
I don't think so.
No, it's not going to happen. I mean, it's interesting to ponder, but you get into the game, and then by halftime, you're like,
I can see Tulane
I got
beating
shit to
Ole
do. I need to
Miss.
clean the refrigerator out, right?
Yeah. Now, Oregon, if they lose, they'd be Dan Lanning. They'd start looking at his job.
You know, I mean, I
No,
get what I definitely get what Jason Marks is saying in the perspective that the rules are what they are and they can't be changed. But no, rules are. We changed rules since last year. Notre Dame should have been in the top 4 last year. They were not, so they changed rules because of that. You know, last year Ohio State would have fallen back to 5, and they would have not got a bye week.
You know, I don't want to offend anyone, especially you, Doug, but I don't think Bama should have been allowed in. They're
allowed in?
Well, they were put in. What I'm saying, they're a 3-loss team, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They played a conference championship. A lot of teams didn't play those.
Right. So for me, I would, and I wanted Alabama to win, but I would say they would be the first one out because of that loss.
There's no way you can't do that with a 4 wins in a row over ranked teams in the middle of the year. Going to Athens.
Yeah,
and winning
I'll concede that.
Let me think. Yeah, and you got to concede this too. Going to Athens and winning in Athens is the best fucking win of the year.
It is the best win
for Bama, absolutely.
No, not for Bama. For anybody. Nobody won a game like that on the road.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, wait a minute.
So, but
Indiana and Oregon.
As a Bama fan, I'm very disappointed, and I wanted them left out just so I could say, "Fuck you, motherfuckers." That's what happens when you fuck around and you don't improve through the year. But as far as the numbers go, I looked at it last night after everything was said and done, and I watched Alabama look like shit. And I looked at I looked at everything, and I'm like, "There's no way Bama gets left out. There's no fucking way. You don't have enough teams to do this without including a team with Bama's resume."
Yeah,
because they weren't going to get penalized for the Georgia loss because that's a game.
That's a ranked team. You're not.
Well, no, it's not just that. It's a conference championship game. If anything turns a little differently, Bama sits at 10-2 and don't go to the conference championship game. They still get in with a really good resume. So that's you don't want to penalize a team for getting to that conference championship game, even if they're not ready to play. And I mean, 28-7 sounds bad. Could have been worse. I don't know. Bama's not going to win this thing. Bama will be lucky if they get past the first round. And I realize all that, but I mean, you got to if you're going to put 12 teams in, I mean, if you look at the field, Bama's got to be one of them. I still think Vanderbilt and Notre Dame should have been.
No, you've changed my thought on that. You have, Doug, and legitimately so.
But at the same time, as a Bama fan, nothing would have made me happier than them to go to the Pop-Tart Bowl. And then I could say, motherfuckers, this is what happens when you don't improve through the year and you start laying eggs at a time when you gotta fucking win these games.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But then from the perspective that you got to field 12 teams, yeah, Bama's got to be there just because of the middle of the year. The wheels didn't come completely off. Bama definitely, their play went way downhill. Still competitive most of the time. Last night, not so much. You got to run against Georgia. If you can't run against Georgia, there ain't no fucking way you're going to beat them. And that's how Bama beat them the first time. They had enough of a running game to allow their quarterback to make plays. If you can't run, I don't know who can make a play as a quarterback when you can't run.
Only a running quarterback.
There's definitely a few, yes. He's not one of them.
Right. Michael Vick is that kind of player, but he's not around anymore. Jalen Hurts. But yes,
But
that's what he wants, though, Doug.
But
He wants
even those guys, if you can't run at all, it still puts tremendous pressure on them. And a lot of times,
game.
the turnovers end up happening more so when you're one
I agree. But that's what DeBoer wants, though. He wants a quarterback like that, right? And he wants his running game. He wants his passing game to be the foundation of the offense, and the running game to be the surprise play. So in other words, he thinks he'll get big chunks of the running play if it's based on you trying to stop the pass. So he's going to do the reverse.
It may work. It may work at some point, but not with what he's got right now. It ain't gonna,
because that's DeBoer's MO. It really is, because he did that at Washington, because we had a really balanced running and passing attack. So
Jam Miller being out, I don't know how big it was. We'll see if Jam Miller comes back and Alabama looks way better. Jam Miller's been even when he was still playing, he wasn't 100%. He's been fighting the injury thing for a month, and Bama's been down for a month.
Damn it, Jim.
So, I mean, I'm not making an excuse. This is part of the fucking game. But it'll be interesting to see if they get him back in there for the Oklahoma game, and he's 100%, and Alabama beats Oklahoma, then it's going to make my point that they got to have a capable running back, and right now they do not.
Well, they had lost 2. I thought Bama had.
So here's another interesting thing. Here is what's Ole Miss going to look like without Lane pulling the?
That's a big question.
Oh God, I am interested in Tulane, Ole Miss, Ed. If only just to see what the new guy does.
Yeah. Well, that would give Ole Miss an excuse to lose too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that, Ed. Speak for us.
I think Ole Miss will be highly motivated because I think the players and everybody's pissed off. Not that Lane left, but just the way he did it, and he's done it before.
Not Lane.
No, not Lane.
Are you saying Lane's pissed people off before?
I'm mildly implying it.
So I'm just going to say that as pissed off as all these people are they as pissed off as that fucking wave with the blue hat on that Tulane sports on their helmets?
They played a good game last night.
They did, and their brows are fucking batted down. It's pure anger. Ole Miss is going to roll them. I mean, I hate to say that, and it's, you know what? Prove me wrong, but that's what we're getting. We're trying to shoehorn these teams in, and I don't think it helps anybody. And in the end, it's actually going to hurt the case for the Group of 5 teams. We need to wait for these really good Group of 5 teams to come around, and like Bob said, it's happened before. Marshall, who else? There's been some really good Group of 5 teams.
That UCF team a few years ago before Frost left for Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Boise,
yes, it's had some good teams.
Boise has had some fucking teams that might have won the national championship in a playoff.
BYU has had a couple too,
especially under Chris Peterson.
You cheapen the whole thing when you shoehorn these teams in that don't belong, and that's what we're looking at right now. I promise you.
And it's also matching up, how teams match up in a game. Sometimes, I've been watching college football since the early 50s, and it's always comes down to matchups. Teams that you didn't think would match up well or on the line or something happens. Lady luck, bounce of a ball, who knows what, change the whole complex of a game. And matchups one of them. You know, many times I've seen really teams that look like powerhouses. All of a sudden, there's something that happens, whether it's weather, whatever. It changes the whole complex of the game. So no,
how old were you in 1971?
1971.
Yeah.
I was in Vietnam in 1971.
Jesus,
So
I did not realize you were that much. I figured me and you were like within 5 years of the same age.
I was born in 1949, so I'm 76.
All right,
4 years younger than my brother.
How old are you, Doug?
I am 50. I was born in 71. Do the math. I don't keep up with it anymore, Ed.
I'd like to be in my 50s.
I mean, I was watching football when there was no face guards, dude.
Bob's still in his 50s, aren't you, Bob?
Yeah, I'm 58.
God damn it, Bob.
I'm not quite 60, but I'm headed there. We hope I'm headed there.
Yeah, I think I'm about 54. Shit. I may be 53.
But you know what? It's relative, though. That's what I tell people. It's relative to your maturity levels. I never really grew up, and they keep me rolling.
Yeah, I'm an 8-year-old, man. When I get into a argument at a party.
Well, my wife's 6 sometimes, so yeah.
Oh, Doug, Bruce and I took his wife on a video grand tour of the Rock and Roll Palace, right?
And she loved it too.
The Rock and Roll Palace. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, the area where I store all my vintage British
all his amps and guitars and everything else. That
Bruce, did you go to Bob's house?
No. We do video things. I have my collection of guitars.
Okay, so y'all doing this virtually?
Yeah. See, I have.
Y'all have met up before in real life, though, right?
What's that?
Oh yeah.
Y'all have met up before in real life.
And Sean
you
too.
know what? We need to have a smacking off convention somewhere.
I would love to do that.
We should.
Let's do it at Jerry's World.
We should all get together before I go.
Before you go where? Bruce?
Well, I don't plan to go right now, but before I get or I hope we all get together one time.
You weren't taken out by Vietnam, Bruce. You're not about to get rolled by 2026, right?
I can honestly, God has walked with me every day of my life. So no, I'm very blessed.
Here's why that went on, Doug, is because Bruce was trying to explain to his wife why he needed more guitars and amps, right? that he didn't really have that many compared to me. So, that it was all right. To build a whole room.
Playing anymore. She really does. She understands my illness.
There you go.
I have the illness. I mean, not so much with the guitars anymore. That was 20 years ago. Now it's just gadgets.
Gadgets are awesome too. Oh, motorcycles too, Doug. I got a thing for motorcycles, believe it or not.
No, I still play a lot. Me and my daughter fool around all the time, and she plays piano. I get on guitar, and we record shit. And
that's great.
Sometimes my shit ends up in her music. She don't.
In fact, I was going to send Tabitha a thing today of a musician by the name of Nick Drake from England that I think she would really enjoy.
Nick Drake.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he died in 1974. He died of an overdose.
What? I do know about Nick Drake. Me and her actually watched the thing
his
about
music is phenomenal. It's amazing how someone can pass away at such an early age, and his music is being revived and brought forth again. And he was a phenomenal musician. It's too bad that he had bipolar and some other issues along the way too, and he had overdosed on drugs accidentally.
We watched the whole documentary on that, and very, very good songwriter.
Well, sorry to get off track.
And that's how we actually were introduced to him, is that somebody covered one of his songs, and we heard about him or whatever, and we went and looked him up.
Yeah, he's
But
big in drop D tuning, believe it or not, and for that early of other than Keith Richards, there wasn't a whole lot of musicians that used
Black
drop D
Sabbath.
tuning. Black Sabbath did, yeah.
So let me go ahead and throw this out while I'm thinking about it. And I mean, I'm not. I don't want to put words in Preston Campbell's mouth here, but he's picking Ole Miss to win the national championship.
Oh,
what was that?
He didn't exactly say that, but I'm going to go. I'm just going to put
What
it
did
out
he
there.
say?
He said not an Ole Miss fan, but would like to. Oh, sorry, he would like to see. Fuck it. He would like to see them go a long way without Lane to prove a point. To me, I know me and Wade go way back. Sorry, his name is Wade. And yeah, he's picking Ole Miss to win the national championship.
Anything can happen.
You know what? They're going to go further than Tulane or James Madison. I promise you.
Mm-hmm. Right now, I like Indiana's defense. I really do.
Don't make act like this is me because I'm a Bama fan, but I'm going with Georgia. I think Georgia wins it all.
Oh, they look pretty strong.
Yeah, I think Bama's not, definitely not playing as good as they were, but I think part of it was that, and part of it was that Georgia's playing on a level right now that's.
And you can't put out Ohio State. You just
Georgia put them out in the Final Four.
Ohio State's pretty strong, though. I mean, I think
I think Georgia beats them, and we'll see if I'm correct. But I think Georgia's going to win it all right now. That's who I'm going with. That's my brain telling me that. My heart says Indiana wins it all, and it's a fucking season to remember for the rest of our lives. But
what about Texas Tech? I think they're a well balanced team.
So I think that no matter what happens in these in the first round here, I think Texas Tech upsets Indiana.
Oh.
And
wow!
I'm gonna go ahead and pick it right now, and I may change my mind because we've got a little bit to go before we have these. Before we have these discussions, but right now, if you pin me down right now, I'm saying that your national championship game is Texas Tech and Georgia, and Georgia wins.
Well, I see it a different way myself, but I don't think any of the.
Tell us about it.
I don't think any of the first 8 teams advance past the quarterfinals. I will say that. I think it's going to be mostly chalk. But Georgia and Ohio State is intriguing to me because Georgia does have one thing over everybody, and that's the fact that I believe they can crush any team into powder just by the weight of their offensive and defensive line, that they can dominate the football. And if you make turnovers against them, they can hold the football for long amounts of times. They don't have to score. All they have to do is keep the football. For a team like Texas Tech or Indiana, that could be a real problem. But I believe Indiana has the best quarterback in it, and they have a solid defense and 2 great receivers and a real running back. So I still believe Indiana's going to win it because Georgia doesn't have the
Indiana's linebackers. They are really good.
I just don't believe Georgia is a scoring team. They have to score off defense and run the football, kicking field goals, stuff like that. I believe that's good enough to beat Ohio State, but I don't think that's good enough to beat Indiana.
I don't think they're going to play Indiana. I think Indiana is living a dream right now, and I think they're having the season of their whole history. But,
they are.
But yeah. I think Texas Tech is going to outscore them.
Now, did you watch any of the Ohio State game?
I did.
I mean, if you looked at me, they were as good as Ohio State, who is the most talented team in the country.
They're good. they're good, and it's not always about that. I'm not even sure the best team wins the national championship a majority of the time. It's
And if
it's
I
about circumstances. It's a lot of stuff that goes in, and I think Texas Tech has a good enough offense. They're going to catch Indiana off. I think Indiana's probably reeling in their brain from finally getting over the Ohio State hump. They hadn't beaten them since like the 80s.
or what about Indiana's quarterback?
He's one of the best in the country, if not the
He's
best.
pretty damn good quarterback, dude. I think he's better than the Georgia quarterback.
Oh yeah, he's the best quarterback. I don't know of any quarterback left in the playoffs that's at his level.
You know, if they beat Texas Tech, I do think that. I mean, if Indiana, Georgia, or Indiana, Ohio State as a final game, it's intriguing. If you're Indiana, I don't think you want to play Ohio State again, because Ohio State can look at this film now. They can see what went wrong. It's still probably a more talented team overall than the Indiana team. If they can
Absolutely
figure out what they did wrong, playing that second game is not good for the team that won the first game. I promise you. Yeah, but let me tell you something. Alabama, Georgia. I promise you that this Georgia team that beat Alabama yesterday, it was nothing like the Georgia team that Alabama beat
the first go around
in September. It's not even close.
There was a lot of turnover. He had to develop him, but the talent was there. He just had to develop him, find out who was who had the ability to provide scoring, who he could cat up on the line. So it took Georgia a while to figure out what the roster was and how to use it.
And I wasn't a homer. In the show last week, I picked Georgia to win. I thought it would be a lot closer than I thought Alabama would figure out how to keep it close. Couldn't do it. I could not see Alabama beat Georgia. And when I have that scenario, I can't just say, okay, I'm an Alabama fan, I'm going to pick Alabama. If I can't see Alabama beating a team, I just can't pick them. And I couldn't.
Well, is it more because of their offensive line or their defensive line that you felt was the weak? Because it comes down to offense.
It's really just the whole team has gone down a step. I don't know what actually starts it. I think that the fact that Alabama can't run, and they weren't a good running team all year, but they used to run enough earlier in the year when they beat Georgia, and they went on the 4-game streak where they beat four top 15 teams in a row. That was a team that could run. It could run enough to take the pressure off the quarterback, and he could make plays. They're not doing that anymore. And they're not doing that anymore until I see them do that. And right now, I've got hope that even when Alabama wasn't running very well, they still could have beat Oklahoma at home. So that's why I'm saying Alabama's got a chance to beat Oklahoma.
I agree with that.
Because
there's a lot of film out there now.
Oklahoma's offense is not very good.
There's a lot of film out there.
What?
That one hit that safety put on the running back, Kevin Frazier. Mm-hmm. Oh man, his grandmother felt that one. I felt so sorry for the kid, and he just laid on his back, and he didn't even move. I
got a question for Ed.
Yeah.
Ed, is Oklahoma still your dark horse?
Absolutely not. I think Alabama beats them in a close one, 23-17.
Okay, yeah. What did Oklahoma do? Yeah, Oklahoma went to LSU after the Alabama game and won, kind of. I mean, they won on the scoreboard. It was one of those kind of games.
Well, that's the thing about Oklahoma. They can play ugly and win.
Well, let's talk about this. Dark horses.
Hell yeah! Who do you think Ed on a dark horse?
We can't pick a dark horse in the top 4 because any of those teams could win this whole thing. We know this. But let's talk about this outside of the top 4. in this opening round. Everybody pick a dark horse. Bruce?
I'm going to go with Texas A&M.
That's a good pick. That's a
I
team that
see,
could have easily been in the top 4.
and I think they can beat Oregon when it comes head to head. So that's why I would my dark horse is Texas A&M.
Well,
If
I mean, the
if
only
that
way
team comes up and plays,
the only way they face Oregon is in the final.
right?
So, can they beat any of these other teams? Can they beat Georgia, Indiana?
Yes.
Ohio State?
All of them. I don't. I think they can beat Miami. I don't see any team if the Texas A&M team that I've seen play this whole year, every game, show up. I think they can beat anyone across the table, except for the Big Four. Georgia, Indiana, and Texas Tech, and the other one. I think Oregon's beatable. I really do.
The other one. Who's the other one, Bruce?
I can't see because it's
Are we talking about the quarterfinal? We're talking about the top 4.
I'm talking about the top 4 is going to be tough for anyone to beat. Texas A&M to beat. And that's a big Texas Tech and Texas A&M. That's rivalry right there.
Yeah.
Georgia and they have a tough hole with Georgia. They have
Bob, who's your dark horse?
I'd agree with A&M, but the problem with them is I don't believe they can get past Ohio State. You know what I mean? I think they're capable of it, but they haven't been consistent, even though they've got all the pieces. And the defense is real nice. Marcel Reed's a nice quarterback, but I don't know. They had their chance to definitively make a statement, and they blew it. So it's hard for me to see them going through. But of the teams that are left, they're the team that has the best chance, in my opinion.
Ed, who's your dark horse?
It is Miami.
Miami.
Okay.
Boy, you're really going out on a limb, Ed.
Well, no, they're a pretty good team, and something weird happens with teams that are pretty good and weren't expected to get into the dance.
Yeah.
And A&M has not been playing great lately, so I expect A&M to go down to defeat to Miami, and then Miami Ohio State will be a very interesting game, as long as Miami shows up.
Okay, so just to let y'all know, Ed's dark horses knocked y'all's dark horses off immediately.
There you go. Just bump us out.
Ed, I like the attitude. This is great.
So what's yours, Doug?
Oh, fuck me. Give me James Madison. James Madison over Georgia. No, I'm just kidding. Let me look at this. This is difficult. I mean,
what about Ole Miss?
I can't do it. Not without Lane. There's no way.
That fucking good of a coach?
There's no way Ole Miss with Golding beats Georgia. There's no fucking way. So
it's a little bit of a revenge game.
Yeah, it is. Georgia revenge for making them play the fucking first game. Let's whoop your ass worse than we did the first time to show everybody that we mean business this fucking time, right?
Wait a minute. Ole Miss had them.
Had them for what?
3 quarters.
For 2 quarters?
3.
Oh, 3. Yeah. That fourth quarter is a bitch. Fuck Ole Miss. There's no way they get past Georgia. I'm still saying this. I hate to be put in a fucking situation like this. Who come up with this idea to pick a fucking dark horse?
You.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck me.
Come on, buck up, buddy.
I got to do it. Fuck, God damn it. Texas A&M. God damn it. I fucking hate Texas A&M. I really do. I thought it would get better once Jimbo left, but I still like. Sometimes I see the coach on the sideline and he looks like Jimbo for a second. I do, and yeah, A&M's my dark horse. A&M, they beat Miami. If they get, I think they could possibly upset Ohio State. We don't know what happens if A&M and Georgia meet up in the Final Four here.
I think Georgia.
I think Georgia beats them, but
Georgia's a good pick to win the whole thing. If Indiana,
that's my pick. But that's my pick. But my dark horse is A&M, and to accomplish that, they got to upset Georgia, and I think it could happen. I mean, I'm looking at all these other teams, and I just don't see any of them getting to the final. A&M's the only one I can see. But if Miami beats A&M, then I may start siding with Ed, because I think the dark horse comes out of that game. It does. I think we're all right in that aspect.
is Ohio State capable of just completely going on a roll after they lost another 13-10 game like last year?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they still got life. They lost. They lost to Michigan and then won the national championship. And Michigan is their fucking kryptonite, and they still fucking did it. So yeah, Indiana.
I mean, they were losing to Texas A&M was losing to South Carolina by 20, and they came back and smoked them.
Yeah, that's
27.
That's that. Let me tell you something. If Ohio State and Indiana somehow end up in this final, look out, Indiana, because Ohio State. You talk about a revenge game. Ohio State.
Paybacks are hell.
Huh?
Paybacks are hell.
Yeah. I think Ohio State takes Indiana if they play again.
Damn it, Jim.
I mean, I think the best game is either Texas Tech or Indiana against Georgia for the whole thing.
Texas Tech versus Georgia for the whole thing?
Texas Tech or Indiana versus Georgia. Because if Texas Tech beats the Oregon JMU winner, the Texas Tech plays Indiana, and that's a rock fight from hell.
Well, that's my national championship game, Ed. You just picked it. It's Texas Tech and Georgia, and I think Georgia prevails. But yeah, it's going to be a great game. I think Texas Tech is going to they're going to beat Indiana. I don't see. I really don't see any of these first round teams. I think that you're gonna the teams you're seeing as the top four are gonna play all the games after the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Hey, are we going to 11 tonight?
What?
Are we going to 11 tonight?
11? Hell no.
Okay, I'm just tired. That's all.
Let's go to 10:45, Ed.
Oh, thanks a lot.
You know what? We're beating a dead horse now. I mean, there's nothing left to talk about, really. Ed's tired. I'm fucking tired. I mean, seriously, I think this could be a much better playoff. I'm not going to keep beating that fucking horse, but we should be looking at Vanderbilt and Notre Dame in this motherfucker.
Can I agree? Can I ask one other question before we?
Sure.
Does anyone think Oregon's going to squeak into the finals?
No,
I don't see it.
Okay.
I do not see it. I know you don't want them to, Bruce.
No, not because they're my enemy. I just look at how they played. I don't hold grudges. I don't. Life's too short for that.
No,
So
yeah, they're going to beat James Madison like a drum, and then Texas Tech's going to beat them in the quarterfinal.
No,
Yeah.
Indiana beat
it'll
them.
be a great game.
Indiana beat them by a significant margin earlier in the year.
Well, they beat them by 8.
Yeah, but I mean, it was at Oregon though. See,
Yeah.
And what Indiana did was took control late by scoring and then killing the clock.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, I think it's pretty smart.
No, it
So
just
there is
shows
one thing that
that it's a strong team, Indiana, because
A
a
good
weaker team
defensive
would have
team can
a weaker
stop
team would have
Oregon.
given the ball back and blown it.
yes, I agree with you. So that's a great point. There is one thing that we haven't said though, Doug.
What's that?
With everybody should like, subscribe, share, join the Smack It Off the podcast groups, College Football Frenzy, Southern Sports Focus, and follow Smack It Off the podcast. So that's kind of stuff that we needed to say, Doug. And fuck your team.
I agree. Well,
Good night, gang.
I don't know. We'll have a episode this week. There's really not much to talk about. I think we come back maybe Sunday, but definitely by the following Thursday.
I thought Nikki was going to be on tonight with us.
She had some grumpy kids, and there was that.
They
So
wanted mama.
you've never been a mama, Bruce. Neither have I.
No. But I've been around plenty of mamas. Remember, I got 10 grandchildren, dude.
All right, so I'm going to send us off with this. Fuck your mama.